Are you serious? Are you serious? Jean-Marc Ayrault, the French foreign minister, is tired of the games that he sees being played in the Middle East, especially Syria, between both the United States and its allies and President Assad of Syria and the Russians. Matter of fact, he made a report yesterday in Paris. According to the CrusaderJournal.com, France accused Syria and its allies of using the political uncertainty this morning in the United States to launch a total war against the rebel-held areas in the country, and said the states opposed to President Bashar al-Assad would meet in Paris very soon. Matter of fact, U.S. President-elect Donald J. Trump is only inaugurated. He's not even president until January 20th, and the outgoing administration is not expected to take any active role in Syria, so close to leaving office. So European diplomats have expressed concern that Assad may feel emboldened by Trump's vow to build closer ties with Russia and instead of the Syrian allies. Now, that's not what Trump has said. Trump has said, look, this war is needless. The bloodshed has to come to an end, and ISIS has to be eliminated. And instead of calling Vladimir Putin names and trashing the Russian people, we need to have a meeting. We need to sit down and come to some type of resolution as relates to Syria, the Middle East, and Ukraine, and the European Union nations, of course, that NATO is concerned about. All right? So there needs to be a negotiation of some type of resolution to this, because violence is not the answer. Now, Trump's not president yet. He's not president. He can't. It's 2 months yet. And Obama his failed foreign policies is quite well documented and has created this mess in the first place. It was Barack Obama and Hillary Rodham Clinton that created this mess called the Arab Spring. And it's done nothing but bring misery to the region. They called for the ousting of Tunisia's president, Ben Ali, and it caused chaos, and they got rid of him. Then they said Hosni Mubarak of Egypt has got to go away. And in 18 days he fell, causing total chaos and the rise of the Muslim Brotherhood and Mohammed Morsi, the fierce king, the cruel lord of Egypt, trying to implement Sharia law upon a moderate Muslim country, killing its tourism, wrecking its economy, and allowing 500 Christian churches to be burnt to the ground, and Christians beheaded and crucified, and honor killings spiked. Then there was Muammar Gaddafi. I know that guy was a beast, but by the removal of Gaddafi in Libya, that nation now has become nothing but a land of the rogues. And we've seen the beheadings and the radical Islamic terrorists running wild. And then Obama said, away with Yemen's President Ali Saleh. Make him go away. And after 7 assassination attempts, he fled to where? The U.S. of A. And now Yemen is nothing more than a war zone for the Houthis, the Houthi rebels funded by the Iranians. And then Obama and Clinton said, President Assad must be brought down. And 5 years later, and 1 million refugees, and 250,000 dead bodies, and mass graves, and beheadings, and executions, and rapings, and crucifying, and the blowing up of even the prophet Jonah's tomb, and the misery, and the madness, and the meanness, and the mayhem, and the murder, and the misguided messengers of Mecca, the Muslims. I mean, this is out of control. So that is why France is saying, and France knows what they're talking about, guys. Don't forget, they've had 3 major terrorist attacks. Nice, France, the guy with the truck running people over. The Friday the 13th massacre. the Charlie Hebdo murders, the Jewish deli, and the shooting and murdering of cops and police officers, and the constant threat of terror. And then there's the airport in Belgium. And then there's the migrant crisis. This is why the United Kingdom got out of the EU. This is why America voted for Trump, because you have to seal the borders because the madness is continuing. But in the Middle East, we have a problem. It has to be resolved, and only the United States and Russia can solve it. And that's what the French foreign minister is saying. There has to be an end to the slaughter, but it's all about the oil. And I have to be honest, folks, the hook is in the jaw. Russia's not leaving. Russia's already built 2 air bases, has thousands of military troops, tanks, nuclear submarines off the coast. Russia's going nowhere. And they brought with them the Persians, the Iranians. They're not leaving. And they've signed a deal with President Erdogan of Turkey to build a pipeline. They're going to get all the oil they can among themselves. And that's the trifecta. Turkey, Iran, Russia, all in Syria, next door to the border of Israel. And then bring in Ethiopia and Libya and a few others that want to join in. And you have an Ezekiel 38 scenario setting up. A little over a year ago, I had on my broadcast Chuck Missler, and I asked him, the great biblical scholar of our time, what is the next biblical milestone to happen? Is it the building of the third temple? Is it World War III? Is it Psalms 83? Is it Ezekiel 38? What is it? A false Antichrist rise? The New World Order? He said it's Psalms 83 leading into Ezekiel 38. That is next. Folks, you better hang on. We're living in the last days. I'm going to talk to you about all of this stuff in the live broadcast today. It starts at 12 noon Eastern at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. Do not miss this broadcast. We are live at 12 noon on every one of our affiliates. Roku satellite television, new live stream, Blog Talk Radio, on your iPhones and Androids if you have the Paul Begley Prophecy app. Also, and you can get that for free, the Paul Begley Prophecy app. Just go to the Google Plus store, download it on your phone, or go to the Apple store, download it on your phone. It's free, okay? We'll be live on Blog Talk Radio. We'll be live at my website. And we'll be live right here on YouTube Live. Don't miss this broadcast as the collision of the cosmos is taking place right now. 61 fireballs in the sky last night. And while that was happening, there's solar winds the next 3 days that are going to be really affecting Earth, which could break into massive earthquakes. Why? Because our magnetosphere is weakened. Why? Because CERN is running both beams at record high power, weakening our force fields, while solar winds are blowing freely off the sun in its gaping hole in the atmosphere. Listen, we got wars and rumors of wars. We're living in the biblical times of revelation of the last days. We are living in the end times. Are you saved? Jesus absolutely is coming for those that are ready.